Jess, this way, dude. You can come on out. There is no issue. Use the stool, dude. That might be a better way to come out. You can go floor level, dude. The floor ain't going to hurt you, is it? Hey, Mum put some light on. I'll put some light on for you. Hey, that's your shed. And that's Ishi's shed sitting in there at the moment. No, you're going to go back in. Up. Do you want me to move this? Like, do you want me to move it? Anything that Jesse can find for support. He doesn't care. He's not one for ground unless, of course, it's outside. And then Jesse has no issue, loves being on the ground. It's just going on the ground, and I guess that's as good a place as any for you to decide to support yourself on until we actually go outside and just hope that the bird doesn't decide to come home. Hey, there's water if you're a little bit thirsty. Hey, so what I really want to do with Jess is to, that's a good boy. No, don't go through that. That's it. I would like to learn, or for him to learn, how to station him, for me to get him out and station himself out. That's, you're not going into the bird cage. Like, you cannot, you do not want to go into the bird cage, dude. That is not a place for you to hang out. All right, you can come up. No. I'm trying to prevent him from. Okay, well, I guess that'll do. Just don't, I'll move that a little bit. And it is amazing what a snake will use. Whatever is available, they can manage to use it. I'm just a little bit more concerned about Sunny arriving and deciding she wants to fly back up here and sit up here, or whatever. You can come up here, Jess, and see, this is what I would like to do in actual fact, is actually teach Jesse to come out, to follow a target, to come out and station himself on something that isn't this, but very similar for him. So he feels more secure in doing that, and I can actually get him out without too much difficulty, because being my snake that grips everything, really good. Like, there is no way I could undo him from this particular thing. If Jesse is hanging on to that, then that's it. He is hanging on to that. So I'd like to be able to get him all the way out onto a surface that has not so much for him to grip on, you could say, and that I could easily get him off. So right now he's figuring out what would be a good way to go? For me, it would be to actually, Jed, please, that's every video. It's honestly every video, dude. He's sitting at the window. And this is exactly what I would like Jessie to do, is to come all the way up here and over. And you see, then I've got all of his body that I can use to actually lift him up from. I can't do that when he's got multiple things that he can hang himself around. And this does have multiple things that I can do that with. So I'm going to get him and take him outside, so I'll flick back on when I do that. Okay, a little over, well, it's beautiful and warm. I tell you, that wind is warm, and I'm hoping not it, well, these Canons are shocking for the wind noise, but Jessie is completely wrapped around me at this particular point, and the actual camera. So I'm letting him go down, I hope, and he can have a bit of a cruise out here for a little while anyway. I know the toilet is on his mind, or females, one of the two, but you know, toilet mate might take priority because we're actually outside at the moment. But Tess is out, Lily's out, they're just chilling up in the hangout area. And I saw Jessie at his door, as you saw, and I was explaining to you about actually target training Jessie, who is, I would consider to be absolutely my most difficult of all my snakes to get out. Not the fact that he doesn't come out. He absolutely will happily come out all by himself. There is no issue in that, but it's once he is out and he needs so many things to hang on to feel comfortable, that it makes my life difficult, because he grips with every section of his body, and especially that tail. Once his tail is hooked around something, man, there is just no way. I have to get him to where he stretches out enough that he has to release his tail to move forward. And that's the way that I can get Jessie out, isn't it? Hey? And the only way that I can get you out. Isn't that how it works with Mum? Hey, dude? Yeah, I know. And it's such an effort, isn't it, to come outside, because you want to hang on to something the whole time. And, you know, I get him and I wrap him around me, or I allow him to wrap around my waist and not my shoulders, even though he has been on my shoulders and is fine. But that tail, he generally drops and hooks on my leg. And then I proceed to walk out the door like I've got a funny leg. So anyway, I'm just watching him, and he's just going to take his time. So it will be interesting to see how he takes to target training. I will certainly, it's not necessarily about reward as in food, although that may be how it starts. I'm not really sure, but I'm certainly going to look into the best way, and generally it is a food reward. But firstly, I have to make the actual the place where I want him to go, where I want him to station himself, and it has to be something that he is agreeable to and is quite happy to come out on. It's, you know, I can't have anything where he can actually physically wrap himself around. And if I do, it's something that I would have to remove, take the whole thing with me, and bring it outside for him to then hop off himself and then go and explore and do whatever it is that he wants to do here. So right at this particular point, he's just sticking close to me, and that, you know, I have a wonderful relationship with Jesse, and that trust and everything that I love to have with my snakes, even though he has those other issues, they are of no ill will or anything towards me, and he has no ill will towards me, no matter how unsafe or insecure that he might be feeling with me. He's fine. And you're going to curl up on the mat. Is that what you're going to do, is just curl on this mat? Or you're going to stretch yourself? No, he says, I quite like this mat here. It's I've bought this mat out, so I figured this is easier and quicker to throw down on the ground, and it doesn't matter if it gets rained on or whatever. It's you know, completely, it's a plastic woven thing, so figured this would be brilliant for the snakes to chill on. And it seems that personally Jesse is thinking, well, gee, I like it too. Who knew? You learn something every day. Maybe he'd like something like this in the bottom of his enclosure. I don't know, but he certainly has brought his whole body in, and yeah, made himself rather comfortable, have you not? Where are you going to go? Hey? So guys, yeah, just showing you a little bit of Jesse and what my plans are, and I will take you on the journey with me for you to see how he actually responds to target training. It should be really interesting. So, you know, I've got to make the target, I've got to make the station, and then proceed from there and see just exactly what Jesse will do. And I'm sure he will pick it up quite quickly. I've inquired about, you know, an older snake actually doing this. Oh, actually he's going this way. Teaching an older snake and not a young snake. And I, you know, from what I have been told, there should be no reason why Jesse won't be able to do that himself at the age that Jesse is, which has got to be 5, I'm guessing. Oh, it's so hard. My memory is definitely not what it used to be, but you know, he's at least over 4 at this particular stage. So yeah, I'll just let him have a little crawl in the grass, and then we're going back inside and he can go on up top and have a cruise there. So thanks guys for watching, and you take care. I'll chat again with you really soon. As I do, ciao.